Hello, farmers, and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany. A hot day in the hills of Tuscany. If you happen to hear a little bit of a whirring sound in the background, I got a fan running on me because it's 90 degrees inside my room right now. It is scorching hot. But anyways, we are continuing to fertilize our once canola field, now with some slurry. Now, I'm kind of questioning what will happen, because I did it a little bit down there. I did start off with spreading this field with manure, cow manure, and now I'm putting in slurry. The slurry went over the manure. I wonder if that'll count as a double stage of fertilization in those areas. I will check in a little bit just to see, because I'm kind of curious. Because usually you have to change the state of the field, but it's different types of fertilizer. I don't think it's going to recognize it as another stage, but we'll give it a look. Yeah, the cow manure we did run out of, so we got to wait for the cows to do their thing. And by the time we get to harvesting later on in the fall, we should have a little bit more to use. But the slurry is coming through at a good rate, so that's good news for us. Free fertilizer. The canola that we had left over, the 7,000. I just brought that down to the mill, so now that's been thrown into the mix. So more canola oil. So when we harvest our potatoes in a few months, we can now do canola potato chips and sunflower potato chips by cooking in oil, that is. And once we get done fertilizing this field, which you can see we don't have that much more to do, it is time to move on to the wheat field. The Lamborghini is already up there with the grain trailer ready to be unloaded into. And I think it's going to be the same situation in that field that we had in this one, to where we are going to fill up the grain trailer, and I'll have to make a second trip down. Someone did mention about maybe getting a bigger trailer. I really don't mind making two trips. We don't really use that trailer that often. It's only for like this field and the wheat field, and everything else is done with a root crop harvester, where we have the harvester alone is 250,000 liter capacity. So I don't really use a trailer for anything like that. I just use the harvester as a trailer itself. So for only two fields, and since, I don't want to say I'm tight on money, but since I got the goal of paying off this loan by the end of year 10, every penny I try to watch. I mean, there's some things that we'll spend money on if we need to, but a trailer, I don't think it's something we desperately need, or it's that big of an upgrade that's going to help us out. I mean, we do have a truck. I guess I could check the sales page, but I did say I did not want to buy anything used on this series, that I only wanted to buy anything that's brand new. But anyways, yes, this is our canola field fertilized, at least first stage. Did I get any overlapping fertilization on the manure and slurry? That is the question, and yes, I did. Alright, let's just test this out, because I do got a whole bunch, well, not a whole bunch of slurry left in here, but we'll come over by the beehives and we'll spread some slurry down. I did not think it would actually recognize, usually when you, because if I were to come back in here with artificial fertilizer, I don't think it would accept it. Unless they changed that a while ago. Of course, I'm going back to like maybe FS 17, 19 when I learned that. So maybe they changed that a while ago. I have no idea. Or maybe because it is different types. I don't know. I don't know. But if you guys knew and didn't tell me, then I'm going to blame you guys for not letting me know. But if you didn't know, now you kind of know yourself. But we'll double check here in a second. I got slurry in here. Might as well use it. And alright, we're out. And if we look at, second stage is in. So when I plant in this field next year, I'm not going to use as much fertilizer, or maybe even this fall, I may be planting in it. Let's bring this up, and we'll top this tanker off with more slurry, which this will get spread on the wheat field. And that will be planted in October, I think it is. There we go. I mean, it looks like we got a whole lot of slurry, but we don't have that much slurry. If that makes sense. Alright, combine. Let's head on up to the wheat field, which is just up over the hill and across the road. Let's throw on the beacons here, because we are going to be in some traffic. I'm not going to have a worker follow behind us and bale up the straw. We can do that afterwards. But I just want to get the field harvested, get the wheat into the grain mill to start making some flour. Then I think I'm going to move on to selling some more products, some soup. I think I may have some preserved food to sell. I think we're done with the potato chips until we do another harvest. So that's going to be a while, but we do got some stuff to sell. I want to get some money in the bank account, because we did repay off some more of our loan last time. Alright, header up, fold that in. Let me just make sure this is on swath dropping. Alright, we should be all set to go, I think. There we go, got a beautiful swath. That way we can do the straw bales and give our cows some straw, which helps us then make the solid manure, which we are currently out of. Yeah, we're not that far off from getting the loan down to 8 million, which was my end of the year goal. But looking into the future, by the end of next season, I want the loan down to 6 million. So we need to start chewing away at that a little by little. And if you're just joining us, we did have a loan up to 10 million. That's how we were able to afford everything right off to start with. And it's taken us a little while to get things rolling. We've been buying some more stuff along the way, because $10 million did not buy me everything that we needed. Oh, I should also mention, I did have a quick look at the other grape production, and I don't think I'll be getting involved with it, just because basically what I would have to do, I think, would be get rid of the current grape production that we have and just go with the other productions. And I think it would also make me have to use some wool as well. I know it may sound kind of weird, but there's like a whole leather production thing going on there with it and all that. So I think we're just going to keep on doing what we're doing. It does look like an interesting mod. I'm not going to say something I'll be using in the future, because honestly with grapes, I don't think I want to be doing grapes in the future. Oh, the header won't lift up because you got the combine selected, not the header. That always helps. There we go. I'm kind of glad to be back on the Hills of Tuscany just for another day, just because I harvested a field on Western Australia. I didn't think the field was that big. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But it took me over an hour to harvest the field. And it was one of the smallest fields. And it was with a 45-foot header that we're using here. Maps will always get you when you look at them like, oh, it's not, you know, it's like the smallest field. And then you go start harvesting it, and then you realize, yeah, maybe the smallest field on the map, but it's still a pretty big darn field. That's the only downside about doing series on large maps, because you're not going to want to see me go up and down a field for an hour and a half just harvesting a field. So maps that are kind of like this size, where the fields are the current size like we're harvesting, you know, I can do a quick little time lapse and 10 minutes of harvesting in a video, This seems to be just about right. Or maybe even so, just a jump cut. Let's see. Well, I'm a little bit over half full, and I'm going right by the trailer. So, I don't think I could make it back around to be awfully close. Alright, let's give it a go. We're going to give it a go. Just because the further, you know, the inside radius, that means it should be less. So I was somewhere around 56% when I went by the trailer. Start placing your bets. Can I make it back around? Oh yeah, I may actually have sell some milk sometime this month as well. Got to remember to do that. I may bring some milk over to the dairy production, and then the rest will be sold somewhere. We'll see where the best price is. I don't know. I think October is the best time to sell milk, only because that's the best time to sell the butter and the cheese. So it kind of makes sense that maybe October would be the best time to sell it. But I think we're getting a lot of milk inside the cow barn, so it's time to empty that out. And I don't want to stop the production of milk. Starting to think I may not get back around to the trailer, but I am wrong so many times. Just like I would have been wrong on spreading slurry on a field you just put manure on, that it wouldn't count as a second stage of fertilization. And now we know. Yeah, looks like we're going to be just shy of getting back to the trailer, but that's fine. The trailer's on wheels for a reason. It can move. So can the combine. Let's back up right here. Turn off the header. And we'll get our exercise by running over and grabbing the Lamborghini and trailer. Yeah, I think I got until October to clear out this field, so I won't be in a rush. Yeah, it is October. I will say Western Australia is starting to mess with my mind a little bit, just because all the seasons are reversed. Spring, or summer is, you know, December, January, and winter is June, July, so all the planting season, everything's just flip-flop, so it gets a little messy in my head once in a while. It's like, oh, straw doesn't sell good this time of year. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. We are in the right time of year for that to be sold. So this does not need to be plowed or anything like that, because we're not running precision farming or anything like that. Just got to keep track of the line when it needs to be lined. But I think I limed it last year. In the base game, you got to put lime down after every 3 harvests. Where in precision farming, you could do it every year, and it'll keep track of giving you the best possible yield that you can have. Let's put some more grain towards the front. Actually, we can turn the beacons off as well. Alright. The combine looks like it fills the trailer 2/3 of the way. But it's not that big of a field. We will fill the we will fill the trailer. There's no doubt in that, and I'll probably have maybe 10 to 12,000 liters of wheat left, possibly, I think. I think that's what we usually end up with, somewhere around there. Anywho, it'll take me just about another 10 minutes or so to get this field harvested. And that seems to be about the right time length to just throw in some more tunes, and I'll see you on the backside of harvesting this field.
Never said goodbye, think I broke your trust. Should've known this all along. Don't wanna be the one that you're trying to avoid. I'm feeling so confused. Why did I act so annoyed? 'Cause I don't wanna be strangers, baby. The next time when we meet, and oh, it dawned on me. Yeah, yes it did. Not letting you go. 'Cause what we had was gold, and you gotta know I was standing on the border. The walls around me kept me safe. I couldn't see that I was shutting you out. I was stuck up and proud, but I'm waking up now.
I think I can cram the rest of this field into the combine. I don't want to say just 84% full, because 84% is almost 20,000 liters worth. But it's not as wide as a header that we got to do, and it's not that long of a swath area that we got to harvest anyways. But it will fill up the trailer for sure. We'll bring this down now and get that process started to making some wonderful wheat flour, or in the game it's just flour. And hopefully I can remember to sell it in January/February. If not, we'll get it one of these years. Just waiting for the rest of the straw to come out the back. Perfect. And I do believe we are done with this harvester and header for the season, right? Yeah, because it's only just 2 fields. Try to put some more in the back. Not that it matters. When it fills up in the game, it's just going to fill up nice and evenly anyways. I want to say it's usually about 7,000 liters I'm going to have left in here. Well, 7731, so actually I can leave the auger out. Let's sneak over to here. Alright, Lamborghini. Throw on the beacons. And time to head on down to the gray mill. I'm just trying to figure out which way I prefer to go. And you know what? I don't really go that way that much anymore. The only issue is there's a couple tight corners there, and I'll have to slow down, which is not bad, but this takes a while to get the Lamborghini back up to speed when it's hauling 37,000 liters of grain behind it. Over the swaths here. And it's just a matter of, I hope I don't run into any traffic coming from the opposite direction around the corners. As we go past the cows, everyone stick their head out the window and go moo. Moo. What, just me? Am I the only one that still does that? Alright, just me. Don't see any sheep out in that field that we catch them in once in a while. But we're almost down to the grain mill. And after we get done dropping off this grain, I am going to hop over to our greenhouse area and buy some more seed for the greenhouses, because we just blew right through it the past month. And our distributor just doesn't distribute the grain fast enough, or sorry, the seed fast enough to the greenhouses. So we'll go over there and give it a boost. Got to make those strawberries to keep making that strawberry candy. I do like this trailer because not only do you got to tip it back, you got to activate the grain door in the back as well. Alright, so while that's loading in, I don't want to forget, because I do that quite often. Well, greenhouses are actually running. They don't have, well, they got 12 liters of seed into it, but we'll help them out. The dairy production, yes, I got to take care of that as well. Wheat flour, let's go ahead and activate that. All right, so we should be making some flour now. All right, let's get around this building carefully. And that's the other thing. If I were to get a trailer for like the truck, getting around some of these tight areas could be a little bit more difficult. All right, let's go get, I don't know, about $9,000 worth of seed. Pop it into the greenhouses. They won't take it all, but we'll put it into the distributor. And hopefully that will kind of keep up with the greenhouses, which we know it won't, but you can always hope. Maybe in a couple more years we'll buy more of the greenhouses down here and make shrub trees and whatever else these greenhouses make down here, and just put on everything selling directly. Although if I do sell directly, I probably would get the production revamp mod. That way I can get 90% of the sale instead of, let's see, since I'm on hard economy, is it like 70% I would get? Anyways, where is the seed? Oop, there it is. There we go. Leave myself 10,000. I mean, this is more than enough for the greenhouses. Can I make this corner? Not really. Yep, just climb over the greenhouse. That one's not ours, so it's okay to run into it. Yeah, it only takes a couple thousand liters. And it's the magic seeds. They don't fall out the back with the door open. Alright, now let's get over to the distributor and the rest will go into there. Alright, so all the seed is now into the distributor, and the greenhouses should be good for maybe the rest of the month, possibly. Alright, now I just gotta make a little bit of a journey back to the combine. We'll unload that, but I'll bring the wheat down later on. We're gonna jump into the truck next and grab some of the soup and also some of the preserved food and get that sold just to get a little bit more money back into the account. Hey, little fella, what are you doing in the middle of the road? I don't think you belong here. Okay, so we just don't have random sheep on the map. Now we got random cows on the map? Where do you think you're going? Just where do you think you're going? I've heard of free-ranged animals, but that's getting just a little bit ridiculous. I did see another one after that one, so I got two little calves running around. But I'm sure all their waste, the manure and slurry, is being put into the cow barn and where it needs to go. Not really sure if that should be happening on the map, or is it a mod causing it to do that? I have no idea. Alright, let's get that grain put into the trailer, and then I can fold up the combine. And there we go. Let me come over here and we'll unfold the header. This looks like a good spot. fold up the combine as well. Alright, let's bring this back to production lane and we'll switch from the combine over to the truck and we'll have a look at the stock market page, see where that material should be headed off to. Just going to park that right there for now. Could use a wash, so could the header, but really the header, yeah, I'll worry about that later. Hate to bring the header over to the wash station and have to bring it back down here, but if I did it with a tractor, it might be a little bit easier. Alright. Do we have any preserved? We don't have any preserved food, just the soup. Okay, well, let's go and check out the soup, shall we? Market stall, restaurant, market stall, farmer's market. Alright, well, I mean, it's just going everywhere, it seems like. Market stall or farmer's market, I think. I mean, the triple soup is the only thing that wants to go to the restaurant, so that's not going to happen. So if I go down here to triple soup, if I can find it. Restaurant's $12.52. Well, the farmer's market is the next best price at $12.08. Okay. So the things that wanted to go to the market stall was the potato chips and carrot soup. Potato chips. Alright. That's not a big price difference. So I think farmer's market is where we're just going to bring everything. So load everything up and head to the farmer's market. Watch out for the fence. Alright, now I got myself a little bit more room to angle the trailer back there. Alright, not the best backing up job, of course. There we go. Now let's wait for everything else to keep on spawning, and then we'll go over and grab the potato chips. I didn't even look at the calculation, but I think I remember saying something maybe like 60 grand worth of material is what we'll get. And I think that's all the soup production has for us currently. You got a lot more in there, or... Oh, we still got 100,000 liters of carrots, parsnips, red beet. Alright, that's going to be producing all the way until we harvest some more veggies this year, I think. Now let's come around here and grab the tater chips. Alright, let's head on down to the farmer's market and maybe bring in 60 grand. And if we do bring in that much, I'll probably throw some money at the bank. Just bring down that loan a little bit more. Because every time we do, we just save that little bit more of an interest on our loan. Coming in hot. Alright, let's see if we get 60,000 for this material. Soup and chips. Oh, even better, I think. 65,539. That is pretty darn good. So I'm up to 75,000. All right. Well, we can probably pay off like 50,000 on that loan. Ooh, we're getting down to that 8 million. Leave myself 10,000 because I'll bring it down to 8,025,000. I don't think I'll have any more to sell today. I don't. Yeah, solid. No, that's not. We keep that. No, everything else we pretty much keep. Candy. yeah, I don't have that much that we made from the, because we sold it all pretty much. And it's not looking like a really great price. And everything is, it looks like the price is going down and everything. But we are getting there, down to the 8 million. And we definitely will when it comes to October, because we'll have butter and cheese. And we'll probably be taking care of that in next episode. Bringing some milk over to the dairy production. We got the straw to pick up. And, of course, maybe fertilize that wheat field. And then we can kind of move on to July, which I'm not sure we'll have anything to do in July, so we might be just skipping that month. I don't think anything will be ready for harvest in July. Let me just double check the calendar here. No. But we will have also, I got to remember we got to fertilize the grapes one more time, so might be doing that as well. But if you made it this far into the video, and you like what you saw, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you want to. And if you haven't already and you're thinking about doing so, please do subscribe as well. But that is where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.